What up?
Hey, what up, JQ? How you doing?
I'm good. How are you, man?
I'm doing all right. Hanging in there. Um,
I just get Twitter going.
cool. Let's drink some tea and talk about products today, huh?
Yeah, we don't do it actually that often, so it's kind of
I know,
exciting.
I know. Now that we've started our talk show tea format, we don't really do that very much. So, um, anyway, it's good to be with you. Sorry, I realized someone's trying to call me, but I'm gonna ignore it.
All right, just getting my windows set up. I think I'm good to go. How are you, man?
Good. It's summer. It's gorgeous outside.
Is it summer
Uh,
today? 4 more days, 3 more days.
4 more days, but it feels like summer outside right now.
Have you eaten outside yet? I gotta be honest, walking back from your house, I was tempted to just stop at Rockwell's and just like order some nachos and have a beer sitting on the
I,
outside.
I, I have not I have not yet eaten outside at an establishment. I've been trying to support local restaurants and enjoy not cooking sometimes by ordering a fair amount lately. Um, and I've done some eating out in my back porch, but back patio or deck or whatever I should say. But I have not really gone and sat somewhere and been eating out.
I think I didn't expect it. Like when people are like, "Oh, things are reopening," and I, I was not like, "Ooh, can't wait to go to a restaurant." Like that just wasn't. I know some people are. That just wasn't my jam. That I'm missing. But coming back from your house and walking past
Yeah,
Rocco's, I was like, "Oh, that would be nice to just like not have to clean up after eating."
yeah, I think that is nice. And where I want to go is I not even. I mean, the pizza's good, but I right near my house on the way to your house is Pizza Art Cafe, right? Uh,
Pizza Cart Cafe.
yeah, and they have a really good burrata and that salad that I have,
They have
and it's
that.
like sitting out in the breeze.
They have that wood-fired brick oven. Their pizza's
Uh,
awesome. They do cevapcici, that's amazing, and they
yeah,
have a like a blackened octopus that's crazy. You can order the whole octopus. It's insane.
yeah. I don't eat octopus anymore. Too much like eating a human. They're too smart.
Yeah,
It's sort of my slow path
me
toward
too.
not eating animals at all begins with octopus for me.
I feel that actually. Like octopuses are so smart. You're like it's just kind of. I mean, I just watched a documentary about the mimic octopus, which they're still learning about, and that thing
Yeah,
is like the most incredible creature I've ever seen in my life.
yeah. And they really, I think, I read this book about the consciousness of an octopus, um,
Like
and
you do.
what,
Like you do.
like you do, and it's sort of, it's not that I'm against eating. I guess this is a bigger ethical question, philosophical question about, well, why privilege octopus over something else?
Well, we privilege humans all the time, don't we?
We probably should privilege humans a little bit more than we're doing lately. I
Yeah,
don't know. That seems
yeah,
like
true.
that's you
True
just get
that.
into we just turned the corner into another conversation which should be had as well. What's up, Therese? But anyway, um, you know, it's just what you decide to privilege in your head ethically or morally. But octopus is one of those things where, and I'll be honest, and I'm kind of making a joke here that maybe for if you're against eating animals at all will be in bad taste, but if octopus were even more delicious, like a pig, then I probably would still eat octopus. It's really good, and great octopus is really good, but it's still not as good as a pig. That's where I fall.
Um, I don't know. We started doing Taco Tuesdays, and our ground meat is a soy-free, meat-free grain.
Hmm.
Not grain. Soy-free,
Is it a
meat-free
fungus
grounds. Yeah, it's a fungus.
like corn?
Yeah, it's corn, QUORN, and then we just throw that in a pan, and then take Siete chips, the grain-free
Yeah,
chips. They make a taco seasoning,
yeah,
um, and so I throw that in there, and then just chop up a bunch of stuff. And Siete is making taco shells now, so
yeah. I saw
the
that.
old school kid tacos, which is like there's
There's
something.
something joyous about that.
Oh, it's great. The texture is amazing.
It's just eating your taco salad, in its own bite-sized bowl. It's
It's
really
great.
good.
It's
Um,
great. What a beautiful day.
yeah, Mary Josephine, you're right. Absolutely.
I actually am
Gorgeous
going to
day,
open the
gorgeous week,
window. Why
gorgeous
don't
week.
you tell people what we're going to be talking about? And I think there's a gift guide and all that.
Yeah, so today our topic is among just catching up, within catching up, our topic is products with amazing design. We had talked about, or design that we really like at least. Um, we have a store filled with products that are really are awesome. So, that's a biased opinion, but I think a true one. But it's true is that we just have great products. But one of the reasons our products are great, among others, among many, is that we have some really beautiful products or aesthetically pleasing products. So we grabbed a handful out of hundreds and hundreds that we could have picked, and we're going to talk about those today. While we're drinking rosemary and nettle tea, right?
I put a little lemon balm in mine too.
I didn't because I want to stay less happy.
15 days vegan. Good job, Mary Josephine.
Yeah, craving the real pizza, I understand. But I think that, I've got to say, the cauliflower crust, uh, I don't know. I haven't done the vegan pizza because I don't eat a lot. Cheese is a little harder for me. I don't really do soy, but our grain-free pizza is pretty damn good, I have to say.
No, it's great. It's
It
great.
scratches a
Actually,
lot of the same itch.
the best vegan pizza ever is actually Two Boots in New York had a Mother Earth pizza, and it was like a focaccia style, and the top of it was so soft that it almost tasted like cheese, and then they had like fresh tomatoes on it, which made it softer even,
Mm.
and broccoli and like a lot of good veggies, and it was just like, oh, I loved that pizza. That was amazing.
Yeah, Jay,
Hey,
do you have a new do? Teresa's saying.
oh yeah,
Yeah,
I went aggressive with the mohawk.
I think it's
Um,
cool.
you know, Greta walked in and was like, are you serious? And then the next day was like, I kind of like it. So,
Yeah,
whatever. We'll see. I don't know if she's trying to be nice.
yeah.
We'll probably
All
test
right, let's
that
pick
in
some
20
products,
minutes.
kid.
Here we go.
You want to start?
Well,
Oh yeah, we both have one of these. Let's hold it up so you can see. You can actually see through the bottle, but there's a design that's
on
printed
the
on the
back.
back. So the bottle is clear in front, but the back has a design which you can see through. These are from
Which one do you
Purdue.
have?
These are Purdue. I have Selva do Brazil,
Oh,
which is one of my favorites, I have to say.
this
Let's
one is like
let's
one of
pour.
my summer scents. I always think it smells like an Arnold Palmer.
Which one do you have? Tell me.
Assam of India.
Oh yeah. Well, that's a tea fragrance. Good for today.
Well, yeah, but it also has a lot of lemon in it, and so to me, it's very much like a lemon iced tea, and like it's there's something a little boozy about it. So
Yeah.
I like it. It kind of is like a John Daly, you know.
Yeah. Um, these this one is as the design would suggest. Let me see if I can get it. Uh,
Palm.
greenery, greenery, greenery. This is like you walked into the rainforest in Brazil as the after a rain, as sun is peeking through, and you've got all that dewy, greeny vegetation growing all around, and it's cool, and you're in the shade. It's cool, but humid. It's really ah. This is so
You know
good.
what? This is crazy. I never smelled it before, and I've been wearing. You can see how long I've been wearing this, and it's one of several fragrances. So
Yeah.
it's not even
Put
halfway
it
done.
closer. I want to show those are little elephants. Yeah, look at that. They're so beautiful. Little colored elephants at the back of the bottle.
Um,
Yeah.
it also there's this amazing Indian scent of sweet sapari under it.
Oh
Um,
yeah. Sapari is the betel nut, right?
yeah, it's like a betel nut, and they like have a sweetened version that you sort of chew on.
It's
Um,
like it's like like a sweet tamarind paste or something like
yeah,
that.
with caraway seeds
I
or
could be
something.
wrong on the tamarind, but that's what my memory is because it has kind of this red, right?
I don't know.
I don't know. No, the sweet sapari is sugar and caraway seeds. I'm thinking of like uh, pan actually, which is not.
That's
Anyway, I'm
tobacco.
all mixed up. That's tobacco with like that red. Uh, I thought it was tamarind, but anyway,
That
yeah.
might be tamarind, yeah. Anyway, there's a sweet sapari smell in this underneath that lemony tea, which is awesome. Wow,
Yeah.
I never really smelled it that well before. All right, what else we got? Oh, check it out.
What's that?
This,
Oh yeah, Kier Weiss. Yeah. So Kier Weiss is a makeup, primarily cosmetic brand.
but like
But
this thing, like the weight of it is so lovely,
yeah,
and it is a slider for your makeup.
yeah, it's a slider. And then basically, so this is the idea again, going on the minimal waste movement. They want to recycle as much as possible. It's a metal tray that sits inside there, and you pop out only the tray. So your first purchase is more expensive because you're getting this beautiful metal vessel with a built-in slider that pops open, and all
And
you
that
do
it's a
is replace.
magnet, right?
Yeah, it's a magnet. All you do is replace this tiny tray, and that tray comes inside cardboard. So you're getting rid of as much of the plastic as possible, all the other stuff, which is normally, normally like, again, it's all small stuff, but like if we could all get rid of majority of the small stuff in our plastic, single-use plastic usage, we'd cut down dramatically on plastic.
Yeah, ocean waste, and we would save
Ocean
even
waste,
more octopuses,
killing, exactly.
even the ones that you're
Even the
not
ones that
eating.
you don't eat. Yeah, yeah,
But this also has like a really nice, like satisfying. Feel this, like,
yeah.
like a little.
It's a great click. The mechanism is perfect. It's really, really, uh, it's really nice.
Jesse Novak just joined. Hi.
Yeah.
Check that. This toothpaste. This is the one we've been using with Amina.
The toothbrush, you mean?
Toothbrush. Sorry.
Yeah, Hamiko. I have the adult version. It's so cute. It's a
It's
ring
adorable.
teaching kids to brush on their own to make it easier to hold with a ring. It's a tiny head. And here is one example among many of check out the beautiful designs of this. This is the regular toothbrush, but this is one. Look at this product. I'm
Yeah.
not taking it out right now just because I feel like I don't want to touch a toothbrush that we're selling, but you can get the picture. It's just a gorgeous design. And all of their designs are like these graphically pleasing, sort of like simple but very beautiful designs. So like, and I will say that there's a movement towards complex heads on toothbrushes that's been going on for a decade and a half now, right? Like multiple variable bristles and all these other things, wider heads that cover everything. But for my wife, who doesn't have a huge head, uh, she finds that a soft bristle, she was damaging her gums too much by using these big bristles that some of them were sticking out more, and she was being too aggressive. And what she found when working with her dentist, they're like, you're still brushing too hard. This is a soft bristle, 100% recycled packaging, BPA free, etc. But they're pointy bristles, but they're very soft, and it's a small head. So she has to be more conscious about where she's brushing in her mouth, and she wasn't just like going over the whole area like
Right.
and
Right.
like basically irritating her gums. So It's really nice. So Hamiko toothbrushes from Japan, uh, really, really one of our favorites.
Staying on that tip, I got one of these too.
Oh yeah, the Binchatan charcoal embedded bristle toothbrushes. Charcoal's awesome for pulling out impurities, and it's just how cool to have pure black bristles made black by impregnation of charcoal.
Wow,
The
I've
guy
never
worked
say that
impregnation.
sentence 5 times.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
but I had I my electric toothbrush broke, my fancy Sonicare one,
Mhm.
and I was like, well, this was late last year, and I was like, well, this is not was not time for me to make a giant purchase, and I was kind of feeling like locked into this, like, now I have to buy heads from this place, and like, and I was just feeling a little bit like I want to eject from this situation,
Yeah, yeah.
and so I
You
went
actually
back
don't
like
need to spend like $100 a year when you could spend like 12.
12.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
so so I like
And that's
Rachel.
no knock. I use an electric one often, but it's
Like Rachel, I went. Also, I was traveling so much, and it was like annoying because I was used to it, you know. And I was like, then I would get this, and I'd be like annoyed I didn't have my. And I'm like, let me get back to the basics, and I started using this, and I gotta say, like, I'm like Rachel. I'm really conscious now about brushing my teeth and where I'm actually brushing, not just dragging it across the whole area.
yeah,
And
sure signs you're getting older.
yeah,
Right.
whatever.
I'm just saying, like, did you think about that before you turned 40? No, you didn't. You didn't. Some people might have, but you didn't.
I
You
don't know.
know?
Yeah, I probably did actually,
A
but
little bit.
yeah.
Danny McHugh, thanks for the octopus emoji. That's my spirit animal. I'm a big scuba diver, and my favorite thing to see is an octopus.
All right, what
Uh,
else you got? You got anything?
yeah, Mistral. Um, they make a line of soaps inspired by the Florentine marbled paper. It's obviously not actual Florentine marbled paper because then the soap would probably be like $50 a bar. But I appreciate the this marble. These are French soaps, but made by the company is with Matthew, a friend of ours, who's in California, and it's just there's a whole line of them. This is the almond one. Mistral soaps in general are one of my favorite
Fantastic.
bars of soap. You can grab pretty much anything that they make, and you will be very satisfied that it's really a top-notch bar of soap. But these are beautiful. There's a
Yeah.
whole line of them. This one is on shiny paper. They have some that are on matte paper. It's like they're just
So if you're
gorgeous.
looking for
So
a Father's Day, last minute Father's Day gift, their black soap, the men's line is amazing.
that's not a marbled one, but I agree. The whole men's line of Mistral soaps is awesome, and the black one is I'm forgetting the name, but Greta can post it. It's just fantastic.
Yeah, I love that stuff.
Yeah,
That's like
big X.
dad's favorite, like,
Yeah, our dad. Yeah,
yeah, yeah, he was
yeah,
like early on was just like, oh, I just love these.
yeah, yeah. I've got another thing I want to show you because it is so cool. All right, so you and I are both, although we don't shave as much of our faces as we normally do, we certainly clean up our neck and trim up the top to make it look good, whatever, right? But
Once a week.
yeah, I still use a double-edged safety razor, right? A safety razor, and I use a brush most often. Sometimes I'll do a fast version and just sort of slather down with my fingers, but mostly I use a brush. So on that note, Sapanoficio Varasino out of Italy, out of Brebbia, Italy, made in 1945, has this unbelievable lathering bowl. Comes in this canvas bag. Check this
Whoa!
mofo out. This thing is outrageous. All right. So first
I
of
have
all, look
not
at it.
seen this.
This is it is wooden. It's a wooden bowl, a lacquered wooden bowl, a wooden handle, so you actually can lather and hold it with one hand very easily, like this. Your way of hold it, however you want to hold it. The interior surface, I don't know if you can see this, it
Yeah.
is textured so that you get more lather, and then it has these lather creating rounded out
Dimples.
divots. Isn't that beautiful? So imagine you're taking your, where's my shave brush? I don't, unfortunately, here, I have one here. Uh,
I just happen
you,
to have a shave brush right here.
yeah,
So
yeah, you know how it is. This is just like a, a random one sitting here, but you can lather up and build giant, giant lather with this. Now check this out, Jay. Let me see if it's right. Am I right? Maybe not. I thought, I'm just clueless right now. I'm not, I don't want to break it, but I think it unscrews to clean it as well.
oh, cool.
Um, but anyway, it is
That thing's
so
amazing.
gorgeous.
How do
It
I
is
not
so,
have that?
I don't know because I don't have that many of them, and I don't want you to take one. That's why. Because,
I
yeah,
got to make a separate video about that thing.
I think you should. You should have one. $68 bowl, wooden, unbelievable handmade bowl from Italy.
That's
If
not
you know
that's
someone who'd
not
like to use
bad.
a brush,
That
uh,
that thing's amazing, and that price is not bad for that piece at
no, of
all.
course. I mean, it's gorgeous, right? It's
Yeah,
definitely not bad. So, um,
that's
yeah,
awesome. Um,
I love
all
it.
right,
Show me something else, Jay.
uh, well, I'll go with soaps too, but check these out.
Yeah, hold it very close and don't move it for a second. These are Portuguese soaps. Excuse me, really cool. Let me see if I can I'm gonna pull up.
Takeaway Porto, right?
Yeah,
They're like it's like I can't really explain it, but it's like white matte paper with like sort of over the top photoshopped glossy photos on
yeah.
top.
Only the photos are printed in gloss on matte paper. They're just such a, and they are photos contemporary, but like designed. They're sort of taking contemporary photos of people in Portugal doing sort of more traditional activities. That would be of Portugal of old or rural activities or sort of traditional activities.
And this one's actually made with donkey milk.
Yeah, I know. These ones are so cool.
I
I
mean,
love
they're
this one.
just like it's first of
Not a
all,
novelty, but they have the sort of joy of something funny, except that they're beautiful. Do you know what I
yeah,
mean?
they're beautiful, but they are really funny too.
Yeah, they're funny, but I'm saying it's not like there's some joke. It's not like a fart cushion or something
No,
like
no, it's
that.
not, but there's something kind of like memey about it because it's like feels so photoshopped, you know?
They're meme soaps. They're kind of like they're
Yeah.
like Portuguese rural meme soaps. I
Like I
really,
feel like if you gave this as a gift, you could put your own like caption to the meme on it, you know?
I think, given all the matte paper around there, we should start doing something where people basically take markers or whatever
Meme
pens
your own
and
soap.
make their own art around those things. That would be so cool. I love that.
It's cool. Anyway, these are awesome. And they're like but by the way, Portugal also makes like arguably, the best soap in the world or some of the best soap in the world, but it is like if I'm not mistaken, Portuguese soaps are even more milled than French, 6 times milled usually.
I'm not the technical guy on that stuff, but Portugal has a very rich soap making tradition, and their traditional methods of making soap are
I
highly,
believe I
highly
believe their
renowned.
regular milled soaps are even more than 3 times, which is what the French do.
So
And so
since we
they last so long and the lather is ridiculous on them.
what I found about Portuguese soaps is that they have an exceptionally creamy lather.
Yeah,
There's like,
creamy.
and I mean, Italian soaps are amazing too. There's French soaps are amazing too. They all like there's Japanese soaps, Indian soaps. I've had them all, but as far as like whenever I think of a Portuguese soap, I think of like smaller bubbled lather, like
Buttery
a
and
creamy,
creamy. Yeah.
creamy lather. I love
Yeah.
it. So since we are on the soap tip, I want to point out something. Look at this beautiful concrete soap dish from O'Dowd's. It is. It's
Cool.
made. It's a black concrete. It's a soap saver. So you set it in your shower, your bath, your sink, and it
Yeah.
lets the water drain out. But there's something so pleasing about it. It's not, there's no plastic. It's not as light as wood. It's heavier, but
It
it's got
very
so much
much looks like
metal.
it belongs in your house.
Yeah, it's in my minimal. very aesthetic
Very
sort of.
cool, kind of contemporary design. It's very clean. That's
Yeah.
awesome. And like sort of industrial, but high.
But kind of a warmth to it. It's not cold. It's
It's
not
very
super
cool.
cold.
I like
It's
it.
and that's the thing. Concrete has such a nice feel to it. I'm actually you can't get it on the video obviously, but it actually just feels pleasing and warm to the touch, if that makes sense.
Yeah, there's not. I think part of that is that it's not slick.
Yeah,
And that's also what's going to keep the soap in place too, which
and
is
even
amazing.
though it looks polished, there is a
There's
um,
grit to it, right?
there's a homemadeness to concrete that always prevents it from feeling like it was just produced by a machine. It was poured by humans. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
And it feels
Well,
like a
I'm gonna stay on soaps as well,
yeah.
and these ones, which I think are amazing.
Oh yeah. I mean, there's an additional line of those, but the coffee and avocado, that's from our friend Kate at Kayla. She designed those soaps with Alice, her daughter, I believe. I don't know
I
who
just want to
the
show the actual shape of the soap too, because it's worth.
yeah, that soap, the avocado soap, it smells great. It feels great. It looks great. That soap is like you took a time capsule of the 1970s and fast forwarded it to
Both of
2020.
these, yeah,
Yeah,
and the coffee bean.
yeah. You reached back and essentially pulled out some relic that
Oh
we
my
forgot
God.
existed in the 70s. It's so good.
Gosh, they're both so good. They're like the best, like at branding and design and coming up with like the story behind it. They're just so gifted with that, you know.
Absolutely. That's Kayla's strength. Is is that yeah, they are excellent at just this iconic feel and taking something that would be most people treat as ordinary and making it super special while not sort of having it have to have a long history from
No,
this
no.
exotic country. It's just like this is an exceptional bar of this soap.
Yeah, yeah, it's great. I love it.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. It's like the platonic ideal of avocado soap, you know?
We
Yeah.
That's hilarious. Um, okay, meow meow tweet deodorant. This is my deodorant. This is the one that I use.
Turn it so the design is face
I
forward.
will. I'm
You're
just
showing.
gonna show you what it is first.
Okay, yeah.
Meow meow
Mr. Big
tweet
Reveal.
grapefruit baking soda free deodorant cream. So this is a cream that is in a jar. It comes in a box in a jar.
But I want to see the box. I
I'm
want to
going
see the
to show you the
design.
box. Calm down. And then
Usually in
and
unboxing, you show the box first. But
no,
I'll teach you.
no,
I'll teach you.
no, because this is exciting.
All
And
right.
here's the box. It's a snake playing basketball with a planet.
Yeah. It's
And
so good.
and it's just like even like the backgrounds on it are just lovely.
I
This
would
is
say
like I
that
think
design is right up my alley too.
it's a couple in Brooklyn, I think, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And
They're super nice people. We met them. We love them. Their product is
pretty sure they
great.
started just like making it out of their apartment. I don't. I think it's a bigger operation than that now,
Yeah.
um, but this is also in case you know design elements aside. First of all, it's beautiful. I feel good about using something that's a glass jar with a metal lid, no plastic. You know,
Yeah.
um, and um, but I want to say that like if you've tried natural deodorants, look, everybody's body chemistry is different. If you are committed to finding a natural deodorant that works for you, it's probably going to take 5 or 6 tries to get the one you want, and it could change over time, right? But this one, if you've ever been irritated by heavy essential oils or baking soda that's in your stuff or anything else, any other synthetic fragrance, anything, this is the best stuff. It's awesome. It's
Yeah.
amazing. Smells great. It works well. I work
A
out.
jar. So it's a cream. You'd have to apply it to your
You
armpit.
have to dip a little pea-sized amount and rub it. I don't know. Some people are just like, weird. I can't rub my own armpits. I don't know. I mean, I put it on after a shower. So to me, my armpits are clean, A, and B, like, is mine.
And B, yeah, I'm not afraid of rubbing anything of mine. You know, it's me.
That is the quote of the day. And B, I'm not afraid of rubbing anything of mine. But meow meow
Yeah.
tweet. That's a win. Also inside the it says What happens when a natural deodorant works? This.
Yeah, they're just clever. It's so good. I want to go on another box and just I know we're soap heads. Let's be honest. Check out this soap. Here, let me move the belly band into the center if I can. Um, but look at the design on this
Ah,
package. Of this is Le Bonheur. This
they
is
have like a aftershave too or something, right?
this is Fraternité beer soap. So Brotherhood beer soap or something like that. My French is not. It's a IPA beer soap from Deck and Donahue Brewery. This is made in France. They're just, it smells fantastic. And honestly, I love these soaps. This is the level of design where I really don't ever want to open it because I don't want to mess up this belly band. I love the font on
It
it,
is
the
so good.
design on it,
Must
everything.
be like Rachel must freak out on that one.
Yeah, everything about the. So let me jump to my I think my second to last one because it's related. Look at their shave bowl. This is their shave bowl packaging. It is. Look at that.
It, it's so good.
Even the back, like there's other than our tag, which is the ugliest part about this thing. Like there is nothing about this that isn't just beautiful.
That's
You
amazing.
know, like I love everything about these. Alex, I got to give him credit, our buyer, I think saw these in France and was like, we must have this. He was there with his wife on vacation and he scouted it out. And I think I'm so happy he did. It's excellent.
It feels very tennis to me. I don't know why, but it does.
Well, I think it's because, you're thinking about like, um, the French have a history of great design with tennis. Fresh, white, blue, green,
Kind of like
tie-dye,
Lacoste colors, you know.
Lacoste, right? It's like, it's what are the other
There's
good
something
French?
also there's something also sort of like geometric tile. I'm getting like you when you look at it, it reminds me a little bit of like a classic spa, like the ground with the mosaic tiles and stuff, you know?
Yeah. These are so well done that if I pull this belly band off, I'll never get it back on. But Greta will post the link because it's in a handmade. Let me just show you this. Let me see if I can tell you. It's in a beautiful porcelain shave bowl with a lid, a white one, also perfect. A nice, it's gorgeous. Made in Limoges, France. And the soap itself is a cold process soap method, and it allows them to save energy. So they're not using as much processing, and it's a vegetable oil glycerin soap, and these are the ingredients: St. John's wort and oat for healing and regeneration, lavender hydrosol, yellow clay, honey, and lang lang essential oil. It's like, I don't know, it feels like it was pulled from the Garden of Eden or something. It's
Here, let
crazy.
me see if I can here. Here, I think I can share the screen. Check that out. Does that work?
Let me see. Yes, look at that thing, and look at the design on the soap itself.
That's awesome.
It's perfect.
Anyway,
Go on, Jay. You have anything else?
yeah, I do.
No.
I have two more. One are these.
Oh, Smith and Colt. Yeah, we've talked about those before. So do you see how it looks like banged up? That is their signature. This is like a nail polish that is free of a lot of the things that you don't want. I think it's like 5 free or 7 free nail polish. So a lot of the bad chemicals that are in nail polish that you don't want to use on yourself, you don't want your kids to use, etc.
Like
This
a
line
like
doesn't have them.
it's like a clean as possible situation with
Yeah,
high performance still,
with
right?
high performance and really vibrant, amazing colors.
Yeah, the colors
And
are amazing.
yeah,
Like
but then they
I've
have
given
this
these
kind of
as
like,
gifts and people freak out.
yeah, it's glam trash, that
It
lid,
is.
like purposely banged up chrome, gold chrome lid kind of.
Which is like too like okay, like it's awesome, first of all, like
Yeah,
that it kind of has this like trashy vibe, but also it makes it easier to open.
yeah,
And if it gets banged up in transit, nobody knows.
yeah, exactly. Every time we get a complaint, we're like, no, it's meant to be that way. I'm just,
But
but
look
on
at
these
this
ones,
color.
we literally have had to address complaints, people saying, my nail polish is banged up. We're like, Smith and Colt?
Can you see that
Actually, that's
color?
the design. I know the color. It's like metallic greenish silver blue. It's
Yeah.
kind of
You
with a
know what
little
that
purple
one's
in it.
called?
What is it called?
Ice Tears.
Ice Tears. I know. Their names are so good.
Here, this one.
What's that one called?
Extraordinary.
Yeah. They have some great names. That's part of the joy of their product.
Yeah, these are a hit. I gave these to our little nieces, Kira and
Yeah.
Sophia, and they were like,
Yeah.
like freaking out.
Yeah.
And then my last one
And I have
is
one more too. Go. Uh, I mean, can I say, let's be honest, these ones belong together in the annals of like beautiful Art
yeah,
Deco inspired classic design,
yeah.
or like 40s, 20s to 40s design.
Look at this. I mean, Kuto pasta dentrifica,
And
which is
well, it's Portuguese, so probably it's like denturrija or something. It's like some like mealy mouth mess up. Take Spanish and then make it sound like a big jumble in your mouth. No
and
offense
make
to
it make
Portuguese. I wish I could speak
and
Portuguese.
beautiful, a
Yeah.
beautiful jumble in your mouth.
No, no. I just mean like I wish I knew how to pronounce it. That's how it feels to me.
Um,
I
yeah,
love this.
there you
You're,
go.
yeah.
It's toothpaste, Kuto, Portuguese. I guess I just like Portuguese stuff today. But look, not only is the box amazing, but look at the tube.
I know it's a metal tube
First of
painted
all,
on
it's
a
got like
label.
the old school puncture cap. You have to puncture it, and it's a metal tube. So you can, if you have one of those roller thingies, you can get every little bit out of it.
Yeah.
Which we also sell the roller thingies. We should put link that thing up because if you don't have one and you're buying
Oh,
like
a tube ringer, a
yeah,
tube.
tube bringer, if you use like Hauschka face cream or if you use anything like this where you're like this is an amazing product, I want to use the whole thing because I'm buying something that
Yeah.
costs more than your Walgreens brand, then get the most out of it.
Yeah, no doubt. We'll link up a tube ringer. Good idea. All right, I have one more to go out on. I don't know if you might not have this one, so I'll have to describe it to you. But all right. So we've talked about before. We are fans of imaginary authors' scents. So they are. Let me see if I can. They are done. So imaginary authors. It's a fragrance line which is done like they are books. So you can see there's on the box are page print, like printed like it's pages, and then there's a spine of the book, sort of like your old classic encyclopedia or classic edition. Says the name of the product, Sun Drunk, imaginary authors, and then eau de parfum with a nice little actual embossed cardboard little like publisher's
So cool.
insignia, which is so dope. On the front, unisex perfume. On the back, it sort of gives some notes. So here it talks about neroli, rhubarb, and your first kiss. Those are the notes of this fragrance, which I love. And then it has a quote, woozy and warm from the sun. We shared an orange pop and watched the surfers' last lines of the day. Amy Obispo.
Awesome.
Yeah. So I happen to have this fragrance here and ready to spray, and I thought I would do that. But also, I want to show that when you open it up, check it out. So take off the belly band, and the bottle is sitting inside here with just more really beautiful design.
Hold the bottle up closer if you have one.
I do. Then look at this bottle. It's all matte paper. So it's three sides like a book again, like a cover. The name of the product, and
So
then
well thought out. Every part
uh,
of it is so well thought out.
sorry, let me see if I can get that in focus. Neroli, hold on. Neroli, rhubarb, honeysuckle, rosewater, orange zest, and first kiss. Josh is the creator. I believe, at least last time I talked to him about it, he's still in Portland, Oregon. He is just a cool guy. He's come into the store a couple times. But let me spray this and tell you. Oh my God. The orange pop reference is right because this is what I would say is the floral breezes of neroli, which is orange blossom, combined with a kid's orange or a kid's like Fanta or orange crush soda meets sunshine next to someone you have a huge crush on is right. And it reminds me of my first kiss actually on a summer between seventh and eighth grade. Um,
Whoa,
that was early.
that was early. I think
I,
mine was
I
like,
was really, I shouldn't say I was scared to death, and I was the one who had to be convinced to do it. So I was a pretty tame kid.
mine was like, I think I was like 22 in a van somewhere very cold.
That's not true. Um, I love this. This you can really smell. This is just happiness in a bottle. So
That's
if you're
awesome.
thinking of something that will make you happy, you want a fragrance, that you couldn't do better
I
than
love the
this.
concept there because like from beginning to like end that they stick with the author concept design wise, but also because it's imaginary, they have like it gives them the like liberty to put fake quotes on there, do
Yeah.
anything they want, and just create this story from scratch. And it's like part of the conceit, which is so cool.
Yeah, and I think they started with a much bigger backstory and have sort of like pared it down to be to like you don't
More
actually need the
mystery.
backstory to get the idea that this is sort of like a story. Do you know what I mean? Which I appreciate too, because although I like the backstories, I'm a literary guy, I like words. I felt like it almost sort of took away from the fact that like this translate words into a fragrance, right? It's cool. So
Yeah.
anyway, I'm a huge fan of this. It really is perfect for beginning of summer. You will spend the whole summer with people just wanting to, well, it might be bad in social distancing, but people will want to get near you. They might want to make out with you. But at the very least, you'll smell like happiness. So I think that's all good stuff, right? Hey, Leslie Rose, she just talked about I've wanted to get a metal tube ringer, but it never says what metal it's made out of, and I have metal allergies. I did buy a product that came with one, but had to throw that out because I couldn't find that info. Um,
My understanding is, at least for ours, is that it is a ringer for metal tubes. It's not actually made out of metal. Ours are plastic.
well, then we
And
have both actually.
yeah, but sometimes you have to look because sometimes what metal tube ringer means is it's a ringer for metal tubes.
Yeah, and metal tubes are generally lined so that the metal is not interacting. So you shouldn't generally have problems with the metal in the tube interacting with the product that you're putting on your face. Although obviously, who knows? You can't see inside the tube, but most people don't. If you have a problem actually touching the metal, then find a plastic one. But otherwise, I would say if you really want it, I like the metal ones. They seem to work better. However, maybe wear gloves or just use a cloth to hold it while you turn the ringer.
I have a plastic one, and it's not like I'm okay buying some plastic stuff if I'm gonna use. I've had the same one for 13 years.
Yeah, the key is it's not single use. It's
Yeah,
plastic as a great long lasting product.
which is like what it's awesome for.
Yeah, build a playground that'll last the next 20, 30 years out
Yeah,
of recycled plastic. It's great, right?
yeah.
Just
Well,
design it well, as we learned today.
yeah, yeah. Awesome design. I feel like we could do that episode once a week and never run out of stuff. But
True. This is like a small sampling. So if you want, well, we have I know Greta's posting up a blog post of other awesome, these and other great design products. And also, if you ever wanted to, like, this is another area where our team is able to give you a consultation. If you're like, I have a gift and I just want a single bar of soap, like, you don't have to give a big fancy gift to make someone feel special. You can be like, pick me out a really cool bar of soap in amazing packaging. Like that's a great way to like thing to hand to your friend as you have coffee at a cafe 6 feet apart from each other, and like I haven't seen you in a long time gift, and I'm thinking about you. You know?
yeah, there's also like soap is just the best gift because it's just like everyone's gonna use it, and you know, it's a great like, hey, we came over for a barbecue and I wanted to get you something, you know.
Yeah, and there's, it can be totally just utilitarian and thoughtful, but it also is like, let's be honest, People are using it often. You're like, I'm going to give you this thing that you're going to use every day while you're naked, which is adds a whole twist to it that I think is kind of fun.
I mean, I guess you could also use it on your hands. So there's
Yeah,
that.
come on, just
I mean,
follow me down the path for a
I mean,
second.
I feel you. I feel you. Some people like you get naked every time you wash your hands. And we'll leave you with that.
I try. It creates for some awkward situations.
All right. We'll leave you.
I think you just gave me
I
COVID.
broke the stream. I broke
Yeah,
T's esophagus and the stream. All
yeah.
right.
Hey, everybody, thank you for joining us and
I think we're
bearing with my
taking
bad
Friday
jokes.
off, right?
We are taking Friday off. We got a family event that day. So we will see you next week.
See
We'll
you
be back.
Monday.
We have some good guests coming. If you need anything, reach out. All
I
right.
think we're gonna get another musical guest on. I'm trying to get Tiff to come on and do a little something.
Oh, that would be beautiful.
Do a little vocal jazz. Wouldn't that be fun?
Yeah, I foresee a jazz hip hop, a vocal jazz hip hop duet coming
The
along.
delay is a little funky. I don't know if we'll get there, but I would love to hear her sing.
All right, we can try it. You can trade verses. All right. Peace out, everyone.
See ya.
Love you.